Good morning, everybody. It is a really beautiful day out, and I think we're supposed to get 70 degrees or so for a couple of days here. So we got a little bit of a warm up, and then it's going to taper off for the weekend. Got a little bit of a slow start because it's up a little bit too late. Up early yesterday with the hockey and loading of that show at the theater. We were almost ready to get some seeds in the ground. Gary is away right now, and I do see the new pallets in the yard, so I have to assume they're in the back of his truck with him. So a few things to do to the planter here. I want to go through and just check all of the bolts that we put in and replaced new equipment with, just to make sure everything is tightened down. Most everything is greased that we just put in, but there's a lot of different moving parts in this. I need to make sure all the tires are up because we got a couple over here that a little sketchy. They kind of got a 2 or 3 day leak where they'll be fine for a couple days, but then they gotta get a little update on the air status. Other than that, I'm not really sure what else we need to do to this thing. We gotta get it hooked up to the monitor in there. He's got the hydraulics on. We need to strap down that the connection that I broke 2 years ago. I cracked this housing all apart, and all these wires were just, everything was a mess in there. And it's really delicate. Gary pretty much fixed it, but right now we've just been strapping it so it can't move. It stays out of the way of all the stocks. It obviously needs to be replaced. I was looking at the cost of like replacing the whole cable, and it's pretty high. Gary should be back in a little while, so I think in the meantime, since I'm kind of caught up, I'm going to do some mowing. He was doing some mowing earlier down by the pond. All right, well, we're finally going. We're going to go ahead and fill this tractor, I almost said combine. Go ahead and fill this tractor up with fuel and take it over and test it out a little bit. We're gonna need to make a few adjustments before we fully get going here, but it shouldn't be long. The ground is really dry. It should plant really easily. Well, we got it mostly teched out. We had to adjust the closing wheels. They were kind of just a little bit out of track, so if your furrow was here, they were kind of rolling in the wrong spots. We had to move those, and now we put it in a little bit deeper. And I think you wanted to adjust these jetters. They're the little wheels in front that throw the trash out, and you wanted to adjust those so they're doing a little more work. And they're not all even. Some of them are really worn, some of them are fairly new, so they're all just a little klutzy. But you're going to get a pair of pliers because we have every tool in the field except for a pair of pliers in there right now. It's really dry up here, but you can see there's a little bit of moisture there. If you dig, eventually you should be fine. There's the side wall. That's kind of flush there. That's where the blade went. And there we got a piece of corn already, so it's really shallow right there. It needs to be about there, roughly. So we put it in a little bit deeper. Well, we got pretty much dialed in. We did a lot of little micro adjustments with the new pieces that we put on, and I think it's doing all right. I'm going to head up and get something off the Wheel of Death for lunch because I haven't eaten. It's almost 2 o'clock. I haven't eaten yet, so I'm going to do that, and then we'll get rolling. I'll probably take 2 days on this field. Apparently there is the seed guy sold some of our seed, 6 bags of it, to somebody else that needed it and replaced it, so which is fine because we don't need it yet. But so I might not even have all my seed today, and it's getting late enough. If I start now, we're not going to get done anyway. But it's a good start. It's good weather, actually. not getting very far. As you can tell, I just started down there and started working this way. And the thing was telling me it wasn't planting. I couldn't figure out why. And I'll see if you can see in here. Probably not. But I can't really get my hand in there. Right here, this plastic, there's a roll pin that goes through here, and it busted that plastic apart, so it wasn't dispensing seeds. So we're gonna have to put this away, empty this box, remove it, start taking it apart, see why it decided to not go right. And then we're gonna have to find probably a new internal mechanism that dispenses the seeds, finger pickup deal. I think our friend has one, but not sure. Okay, first things first, I gotta find something I can put those seeds in. I have a tub that the guy who runs his cattle on here left in the property, and it's roughage buster bucket. It's one of those, it's stuff to help cattle digest their food, but the bucket is empty, so I think I'll go grab that and something to scoop with. And we'll empty that out, and then we'll have to remove it, see what part is broken, see if it's fixable, see what other part made it be broken that we might have to replace that doesn't look like it's suspect until we start rolling. And then hopefully we can go down to our friends and snag a used part that we can slap in there. Otherwise, this is going to be a pain to start. Well, I don't think that tub, you can probably see it back there, that blue tub in the back, I don't think I'm going to be able to lift that if I fill it full of seeds. So I actually just grabbed a garbage can and it's like a household garbage can and a bucket. And I'm going to use a coffee cup, or a coffee can to scoop. Now we'll go back out there and see if we can figure out what is going on. Okay, we're gonna leave the seeds there. We're gonna take this box home and start taking it apart. See what we get. I'm just gonna see if I can do this here on the tailgate of the truck. Everything looks good in there. Springs are all working. It's holding seeds. Let's see how that works. Goes around. It's holding that little seed. When it comes here, it just drops it in there. Comes out. I think I will. I wasn't going to take this apart, but I think I'm going to. All right, we just talked to our buddy, and he has some used boxes in his shop. So we're gonna run over there and see if we can hijack a couple. Sometimes being a farmer, it seems like all you do is drive around. Just going back and forth from the field, I've already put on about 8 miles. Now we're gonna put on another 15 or so. And after all that's said and done, we really haven't gotten anything accomplished. Okay, he's got a handful of boxes up here. I'm not sure if these are ones he's used or if he's scrapped these or not, but they're the same as ours. I actually pulled that unit while I was walking in here, and it was the belt. I don't know if it snapped, it's wedged in there. I don't know why that didn't occur to me. I guess I just get too wound up. The belt snapped. So I don't know if it just snapped and then wedged in there and then it just kept trying to go and broke that. I'm assuming that's probably what happened. I swear every farmer knows that other farmer that has a piece or part to everything ever made. That guy is one of those guys. It's really nice to have one of those in your phone book. So you can call them and say, hey, do you have one of these? Yeah, let's go to my house and get it. It's awesome. Absolutely awesome. Brush is a little weak maybe, but everything's turning. See the belt, that's a little bent. Maybe that'll make a difference. Belt looks pretty decent. I guess as long as we're replacing stuff, might as well put the John Deere parts on the Kinsey box so it looks right at least. All right, we got everything switched there. Try to make sure we don't get any foreign matter in there. All right, hours later, we are back at it. Hopefully this thing is the answer to all our problems. I really hope it is. We'll see. All right, it looks like this is gonna work. We're getting some planting done. Let's see how far we can get this evening. It's now, I don't know, like 4:45. It was an easy fix once we had the parts. Problem is we just had to run all over creation to get them. But you know what? We didn't have to wait for the mail to deliver them. And they didn't cost a fortune. I don't know how much they cost, but I don't think they'll cost much. Oh, big ditch. All right, well, it's going good. I just need to check and see if we're getting low on seed. And I haven't seen the dealer guy. He was gonna drop some either here in the field or over at the farm, and he probably dropped them at the farm. So let's go take a look and see how much seed we have. Oh, we got a lot in there. We can go for a while. Maybe getting close to finishing up this side over here. I don't know if that's dirty. You're dirty. You need a bath. Guys, you need a bath. Seriously. All right. I don't know if you can see where we're at. The light we haven't done, the dark we have. Going along. Hey everybody, I think I'm gonna call it a day. I got most of this one side of the field done, and I'm kind of running low on seeds. It's getting kind of late. I need to eat some dinner, and I don't even know if we have seeds back at the farm. So I'm just gonna call this. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to do the thing with the buttons down below. It really helps the algorithm know who I am and keeps everybody that is interested in material like this alerted to more material like this. See you next time.